Hi Peter, Ron has told me that you're willing to make some community request cards for him. So I thought I'd give you a short video on how to design them best so that he'll be able to use them well. So what are community request cards? You mightn't have heard of them before. They're for people who want to ask for items and services when they're out and about in the community. So people with communication impairments can find them really useful because they make it easier for people with those issues in communication to get simple messages across. So communication request cards can be used as a backup to a communication device that you're using. So Ron, for example, is using a LightWriter, so he can have these cards available for him if the battery runs out on his LightWriter, or if it breaks, or if he's left it at home or something like that. Um, so he's reported that he would like to have these cards for that sort of situation. Uh, or else they can also be used as an alternative at the same time as he's using his LightWriter. So he might find it easier to actually pull out a community request card instead of typing out the words onto the LightWriter. So things that he's commonly asking for or saying, wanting to say, he can use the card, and he might actually find that easier than typing out laboriously on the LightWriter each time. So what are the important factors to keep in mind when designing community request cards for Ron? What do we need to look at that's going to make these work really well for him? So we need to choose activities that Ron engages in regularly and things that he really likes doing. Um, we want the cards to be um, the most useful cards that he could have, things that he's going to be using most in his day-to-day life. So, and also we'll choose activities where it's important for Ron to get a short and simple message across. So something relatively simple is the idea. So with that in mind, when we write the message on the community card, we want to keep the message short and clear. We want to make it easy to understand, and we want to use large text that can be seen and understood from a couple of metres away. We don't want for the person looking at the card to have to come up and hold the card themselves. We want someone, say, across the shop counter to be able to read the card quite easily. It's also a good idea to put a picture on the card as well. That helps the person that's looking at the card to get the idea of what is going on really quickly. So symbols or drawings or photos can help identify what the message is a lot quicker for the person that's looking at them. And universal symbols are really helpful as well. It's important to use pictures that are simple and easy to understand. Again, you don't want the person to have to come over and hold the card and try and work out what's going on. So the size of the cards is important as well. You want the cards to be of a size that are convenient for Ron to carry around with him when he's out and about. But we don't want them to be too small either. We want them to be big enough so that someone else can easily read and understand the cards. So there's a picture of a couple of people. They've actually got them attached on a keychain that they wear around their neck, so they're easily accessible for them. And that's the sort of size that's probably the most convenient. Laminating the cards helps them last longer as well and helps them to be quicker to flick through, and will make them waterproof for if something is spilled. So there's plenty of places if you don't have a laminator where you can get them laminated. So I've drawn up a couple of examples for you. Ron likes cappuccino with 2 sugars, and also he often orders some ham from the deli. So these are the types of cards. You can see the writing is clear, the message is short, the picture is clear as well. So that's the type of cards that you could make up. So good luck with helping Ron, and thanks a lot for your assistance for him.